Good morning, friends, I see you here. Thank you for joining. Let's spread the cheer. With coffee in hand and smiles on our face, together we'll share this warm, sacred space. So raise your cup, let's toast to the day. With the sun on the horizon, we'll laugh and play in this little corner of the world so bright. Here's to the moment, here's to the light. The sky's painted gold as the sun starts to rise. We're sharing our stories under pastel skies. With every sip, we're weaving our dreams. In this virtual gathering, it's better than it seems. So raise your cups, let's toast to the day. With the sun on the horizon, we'll laugh and play in this little corner of the world so bright. Here's to the moment, here's to the light. Let's breathe in the beauty, feel the warmth of the sun. With each passing minute, we're having such fun. From every comment and every sweet smile, we're building this bond. Let's stay for a while. There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about their feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Desert Adventures in Arizona, coming to you live from the Ironwood Forest National Monument. And guess what? We had a SpaceX flight go past us last night about 7:30 in the evening. And we stepped out just in time to catch the plume. That photo behind me shows Ragged Top Mountain. And then SpaceX flies from California and goes right up the coast there. So we caught it at just the right time. And it was pretty cool to see. All right, let's see who we have in the chat here. Jolly Matilda popped in early this morning. She lost her beautiful 17-year-old cat Sterling yesterday, so condolences to Tracy. We had a cat that we uh, had for many years. In fact, she was here longer than the kids were. She lived to be 20 years old. That was a bad loss for us too. So we know what Tracy's going through, and prayers and thoughts to her as she deals with the loss. Yeah. We always start our Monday mornings off with Ava Potterfield and friends. So thank you, Ava, for the support. Always enjoy it. She'll be working and lurking. Thank you. Thank you. Ivan K is here. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I woke up late too this morning. I had one of those nights that popped awake at 1:30 this morning and then, tossed and turned for 2 or 3 hours before I finally went back to sleep. And then I overslept and woke up in a panic at 6:15, 6:20. And Ava's, there's a weird something floating outside. I better tell Oki to go out and look. Something shiny is floating around outside. Anyway, finally went to sleep like 4:30, and then bam, I woke up late. There's Gracie and Jock's Adventures. Welcome, welcome. Leaving the Kentucky Bounders meetup. Awesome. Oh, heading to Tim Tim's home. Sounds fun. Tell him we said hello. Have Cheetah Will View is here. Welcome, Patrick. Greetings, greetings, Steve, Oki, and Lucas. I think Lucas is around here somewhere. Let's see if he's willing to come in. Lucas. Boy, that's really weird what was floating by. Really shiny. Maybe it was a balloon or something. Fangirl Cheryl is here. Good morning, good morning. I think she overslept this morning. Tracy is here. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you. Yeah, almost did the same. Look at that. We got Janice from Oz is here. Very cool. Welcome, welcome. It's about 2:00 in the morning over there in Australia. Fuzzy Adventures and More is here. Welcome, welcome. And there comes Lee. Morning. Yeah, it's tough when you lose one of your fur babies, that's for sure. Give them a hug while you got them and enjoy every day with them because it's tough when you lose them for sure. I used to always give our kids a hard time and come home from a long day at work. And who meets me at the door? Always the pets. They're always happy to see me, right? And then the kids are like, "Oh, hi, Dad." And girl Cheryl saying hello. There's Traveling Merton and Sue having a lunch break at the golf course. Oh, that's got to be Merton then. Heard Merton had a little car trouble and he had to stop and top the radiator water off with lake water that he had. So good on you for figuring that out. And I hear you got your radiator problem taken care of, and they're packing up and getting ready to head out of Massachusetts and enjoy their winter down here in Arizona. You say good morning. I say evening as it's 17:04 in the UK. Awesome, Tracy. Yeah, it's actually 9:09 a.m. There's Floss. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you. There's Sandra. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I think Sandra had some trouble sleeping last night too. There is, I don't know, something going on with the sun. I saw an article this morning. Let me show you guys. There was a share screen. There was a large butterfly-shaped corona hole in the sun observed 4 days ago. And it's basically a corona hole that threw out a bunch of solar wind, I guess. So I think it takes a couple of days to arrive on Earth. Says this impact sent a strong solar wind towards Earth, which could have caused geomagnetic storms and spectacular auroras in the sky. Oh, that would be interesting to see up north. Here's AccuWeather. And I think there was a photo of it. There it is. There's a photo of it right there. You say it's like 300,000 miles across. Wow, that's amazing. Wow. Oh, here comes Lucas. All right. All right. Lucas, come here. There he is. Come here, Lucas. It was a balloon? Oh, okay. Like a weather balloon? There's Lucas. Lucas, come here. Sit. Say hello. Yeah. Say hello to everybody. There he is. He's been working hard this morning, playing ball. He loves to play chuck it. Yeah. And then he'll settle down for his morning nap here very soon. Yeah. All right. Thanks for stopping in. That's Lucas boy. Back to the chat. Everybody's saying good morning to each other. Supposed to be 2 comets to be seen. Ooh, cool. For anybody who came in late, this is a SpaceX flyby last night at about 7:30 our time. Oh, you woke up at 2:30. I was up at 1:30. So I wonder if there's something going on that disrupts our sleep. What do you guys think? There's Crafty Traveler. Good morning from Willits, California. UAP, one of those little green men, right? Maybe they're coming up and they're going, hey, wake up. Could be a UFO or that donut drone making its first run. We had a chat in Ava's live this morning, and Cheetah was, Patrick was saying, well, maybe that, we got onto the donut subject, and everybody's talking about their favorite donuts that they enjoy, and making me donut hungry. So Patrick was thinking, well, maybe you could get a drone to make a run out to our house. We're about 15 miles from the closest Dunkin' Donuts. They got a new one up by the exit, the freeway exit, which is exactly 15 miles away. So maybe, I think Amazon is making deliveries now with drones. So, and we're actually getting Amazon deliveries out here in Amazon trucks. So Amazon used to transfer everything to the local post office, and they used to bring it out. So that service was not real good. Sometimes, most of the time, it was okay. Sometimes it was not, though. And now we get an Amazon truck that pulls right up to the gate, drops our packages. In fact, we even got a delivery yesterday on Sunday. So that was nice. Nurse TLC is here. Good morning, Tanya. Welcome. Roy and Becky's Travels. Welcome. Still here, and I didn't float away this weekend. Did you guys get rain? I think our monsoon is now officially over. I got a sneeze coming on. Our monsoon is officially over. It's drying out. We got about 3 inches of rain out of the last 2 months, which is about half of what we should get, but we'll take it. I miss my pups greeting me when I get home. Yeah, I hear you, Sandra. I hear you. The problem we have right now with Lucas is he doesn't want us to leave home without him. He wants to go with us, but he doesn't understand we can't take him everywhere. You can set your clocks by the pets. Yep, that's right. That's right. And Lucas is typically up at 5 a.m. He gets up off the couch and he comes in and lays in his bed in our bedroom, and then he'll come put his nose in our armpit. Are you awake, Dad? We had monsoon rains in California too. They were crazy. Wow. You guys needed the rain, Tanya, didn't you? There's Tommy. Welcome, welcome. Working and lurking. Got 17 folks in the house. Thanks everybody for being here. Appreciate your support. Wow, you worked a 10-hour shift yesterday. That's a long day. And are you doing what are you doing? Are you doing Uber or something? Sandra, I forgot. Maybe you can remind me. Yep, Lucas is out barking by the front gate. Somebody must be walking by. The coming moon keeps me awake. Interesting. Yeah, I wondered if there was something to that. So LTVA North's road was washed away. Yeah, I heard there were many deaths in Globe. There were flooding in Globe, Arizona, and even Oatman flooded bad. I saw reports in Globe. Main Street was actually some of the products in some of the stores were flooded and floated down the road. Lucas is back. Did you bark at them? Did you bark at them? You say them, huh? Did you go out and bark? No? You went out and barked at who was walking by? That's your job, huh? You say, this is my yard. Don't come in here. Anyway, yeah, it was terrible floods up there in Globe. Went just north of us, so we missed the worst of it. Oh, it'd be nice to see Tommy down here in Arizona. She's got her bus set up really well, and we would love to have a tour of it. Oh, Snickers wanting to go outside in the middle of the night, and it seems like monsoon is over, but we still have the bugs. But as our pups get older, I've got gnats flying around, ants crawling around. Welcome monsoon, huh? As our pets get older, it seems like they have to go outside late at night. I know we had Maggie would sometimes wake us up, and Duke also. Always a donut thing on Ava's chats, right? As we get older, sleeplessness is the fear of not waking up the next morning. Oh my gosh, yeah. Don't get me thinking about that. Oh, they were actually cut off from town, Roy and Becky. Most of the town flooded too. In the 7 years we've been coming here, we've never seen so much rain. Wow. Well, it should green up Quartzsite real well. So Cheryl says, I think the atmosphere definitely affects our sleep. Full moon is proof enough for me. So you have issues too. All right. I guess that's normal. Sandra says, okay, you guys quit talking about donuts. I'm trying to lose weight. I am too, Sandra. I haven't had a donut or a donut hole in months. I'd sure like to have one. But as I'm getting older and maybe wiser, I don't know, that's debatable. I'm trying to cut back on that stuff as much as I love it. I can't eat that stuff. Wow. 6 inches of water in 30 minutes. Poor Seiji had to almost swim for it. Yard at base camp flooded. Wow. I wonder, you guys live next to a lake, right, Tanya? Did the lake water fill up? That would be nice, huh? Because I know down here in Arizona, the northern lakes are pretty low, or they have been. Amazon started out Tuesday, but Google led them down the garden path. Took them that long to find you. Yeah, right? Yeah. When we first moved out here, Oki got a phone call from the UPS guy. We've been out here 21 years, and we weren't the first out here. We were we were counting the other day. The area we live is 1 square mile inside the Ironwood Forest National Monument. So it's a 129,000 acre monument. We have a square mile that's private land in here, and we bought property out here and had a small house built 21 years ago. Since then, we're trying to count 15 or 16 couples have moved in and built homes out here. And you know what that's done to the taxes? It's doubled our taxes, our county taxes on our place. So I guess that's good and bad, but we're not planning on selling the place. So, but we got to pay taxes on it. Not going to queue anytime soon, I don't think. Interstate 10 was closed in Phoenix. Yeah, yeah. I heard that too. Boy, it was pretty wicked. Oh, Sandra's getting some rain today up there. All right. So Van Girl Cheryl says she's going to fly in this year and drive in 27. Going to bring your van down in 27? I can't say where I work. Uh-oh, let's start a rumor. Hawkins Family Adventures, maybe she's working for the CIA. Or it could be the FBI. She can't tell us. There's Misha. Good morning, good morning. That was Lucas. Yeah, rain is such a rare event, especially up in Quartzsite. Um, most of you folks that up in the Northwest that get rain all the time, you're like, yeah, it's raining again for crying out loud. We run outside and we dance in the rain because it's such a rare event. We collect it in buckets and cisterns because the plants really enjoy the rainwater. And I don't know what it is. I've heard that it's got nitrogen in it from falling from the sky, picks up nitrogen and collects it on the way down. And boy, the plants really love it. Family obligations. Yep, you got to take care of that. Snickers is going blind. He's able to go out with his doggy door during the day, but gets lost at night. Yeah, I believe that. We had a poodle. I can't even remember. I think he was close to 20 years old, 18, I think. that started to go blind, and we would let him outside in the backyard. We had a walled in backyard, and he started getting dementia, and he would get lost in the backyard. And even during the daytime, sometimes we had to go dig him out of he would get stuck in a plant well, a rose bush plant, and then we'd have to go rescue him and get him up and walking again. But you keep him going as long as you can. Oh, everyone's cars in Quartzsite are clean now. That's nice. Yeah, because 'cause you're not allowed to wash them in the LTVAs. They don't like that. Yep. Love your humility. Maybe wiser. That's debatable, right? Right? Maybe wiser. Maybe. All right, Lee. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it very much. We're a mile from Lake Isabella and the Kern River. Yes, there was plenty of room for the amount of water in the lake. Very cool. Very cool. All right. What else is going on here at the ranch? Let me check my notes. Let's see here. Talked about, let's see what the weather is. What's the weather at? Like where you guys are at? Hey, Siri, what's the weather here today?
Expect some clear skies today.
Yeah, we're in the 60s in the morning, 89. That's not too bad. Not too bad for the desert. So we get up in the morning, we open the house up, cool it off. In fact, the house is still open. We got fans running, bringing in the cool air, and then we close it up when it gets up into the 80s, and then run the window air conditioner off of solar for as long as we can. Yesterday, I didn't turn the house air conditioning on till about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I saved some money. Trade with the country. They can have Lucas for 3 days in exchange for your taxes. Ah, the great idea, Patrick. Oh, okay. Let's see. We're guessing now. Does Hawkins Family Adventures new job? I don't remember what IMAO means, but it's a smiley face. So maybe it's not the CIA and maybe not the FBI. Hmm. What could it be? Any guesses what Hawkins Family Adventures new job is? I knew it, Steve. Undercover, right? She might be undercover. I don't like rain, she said. We love rain down here. 9 years old. Wow. Snickers, 9 years old. He's a good boy, too. Lulu's slowly going blind, too. Our Duke, our chocolate lab, and Maggie both had cataracts really bad, although they seem to be able to find their way around okay. All right, Sandra, you have a great day. Have a good Monday. All right. Patrick says it's 75 degrees in Southeast Michigan. Stinking high 80s here, ready for fall weather. High 80s is fall weather here in the desert, and we're enjoying it. But it's still, the humidity is still pretty high. Cheryl says, I had a completely blind Bouvier, and she didn't like it much when I moved furniture. Yeah. Floss says it's going to be 88 in central Illinois. That's still pretty warm for you guys, huh? Ivan K says it's windy up there in Lake something I can't pronounce. Saskatchewan. And I don't, but don't, and nice and usually warm, 78 degrees. Well, those Canadians, they make hard words. Oh, M16, Floss says. All right, so we're trying to guess what Sandra's new job is. Could be She could be an M16 plant in the US, huh? 51.8 in Alberta. Oh, that's kind of chilly for us. Ah, could be donut shop, Patrick says. Hawkins' new job, donut shop. Maybe she's holding the recipes for the donut shop. You know, they keep those pretty close to their chest. Weather in Willits today, 63 degrees, a 40% chance of rain. Nice, nice. Crafty Travelers up there at very northern part of California. Just beautiful, beautiful area. She does a lot of camping up and down the coast and shares her videos. So anyone who wants to drop links for your latest video, be sure to do that. Tanya says, low of 57, high of 82. I know, right? Weather stayed like this, we'd be millionaires, but then we'd be spoiled. Spoiled millionaires, huh? MI6. Okay, MI6. There you go. Sandra's part of MI6, but don't tell anybody. Oh, I don't like that. Daylight savings time on the 5th of October. Oh, Cheryl knows. Cheryl knows. I know Sandra's job, but I can't say. Uh-huh. All right. So we'll start bribing Cheryl to find out what Sandra's job is. 82 in Quartzsite, high of 93. No 100s in sight, right? Yeah, we like that though. We like no 100s. We have, Oki and I have vests that we wear in the wintertime because Lucas insists on going outside even when it's cold. He loves it when it's cold. And so we have some battery operated vests that we walk around with early in the morning. And I'll have to dig those out and get them charged up. We watch a lot of BritBox. Oh, okay. That's the UK TV, huh? Oh, Gateway to the Redwoods. Never been up to the Redwoods, but boy, that looks fantastic up there. Oh, my daughter worked at a famous donut place, too secret they came in frozen. Ooh, I wonder if Dunkin' Donuts does that. I know Dunkin' Donuts has some really good coffee. Yeah, didn't the British had some pretty funny comedy shows. Who was that one guy that was on all the time? I can't remember now. That's right. Crafty Traveler went to Scotland. If you guys have never seen Scotland, boy, she's got some videos that show her trip there. Okay, so here's a hint. Fangirl Cheryl says Sandra doesn't have a need for multiple passports. That's all I'll say. Okay, so it's probably not what I was thinking. Benny Hill, that's right, Misha, that's right. Yeah, he's kind of skivvy. Benny Hill was a little skivvy. Those kind of shows probably wouldn't fly here anymore. Last Tango in Halifax. Roy will be planting lettuce in La Posa South in no time, huh? Ivan says. Yeah. Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown. I don't know. Miss Brown Boys is freaking funny. Never heard of Mrs. Brown. Well, let's see. What else do? We went Friday night. We went to the local high school game. Marana High had their homecoming football game, and it's always fun to watch the youngsters run around with all their energy. And we got to see our granddaughter again playing the marching band. She plays flute, and we we enjoyed that. The rainstorms went around us, and so we were lucky there. We didn't get rained on, but we were prepared for it. How did the Michigan meetup go? Did anybody hear? I saw a couple snippets, shorts from people. I think Tim from Mo Bang for Your Bucks was up there. I saw that, but hopefully it went well. Oh yeah, while we were at the football game, the Future Farmers of America is real popular at Marana High School, and they sold tickets for a steak dinner. And so we bought tickets for the kids and ourselves, and had a decent steak dinner before the game. So that was fun too. Keeping up with appearances is funny too. Yeah, the Brits have an interesting shows, an interesting take on comedy, don't they? Mrs. Brown is a laugh. What channel do you find those on? Mrs. Brown is a laugh a minute. Did you see the Brazilian wax one? Mrs. Brown's boys, they were pretty funny. Well, I guess I'm missing out here. Mrs. Brown and Her Boys is one of my favorite comedies. Is that on regular TV or can you find that on YouTube? Yeah, Quartzsite only being 20 minutes from the Colorado River, probably because it's so freaking hot there. Yeah, I mean, you can bring water in from the river, but when it's 120 degrees, it probably is just too hot for crops. Ooh. The wax was one of the best. I love it when Buster stomps on it. Okay, I'm missing out here. The Brazilian wax episode. Open all hours and still open all hours is funny too, Floss says. Okay. All right. So you guys got me thinking now. Okay. I'm going to do a YouTube search here on, is it Mrs. Brown? YouTube has Mrs. Brown's Boys. Okay. So I'm going to look at that. Mrs. Brown's. There it is. Okay, adult humor. All right, I won't play it then. Okay. BBC, and it's got like 4 million views, so that's good. All right, I'll just let that roll on my phone there. BritBox, yeah, I see that, Tommy. It's on BritBox, yeah. Okay, so you guys gave me a rabbit hole to run down later. Lots of agriculture on the other side of the river in California and gets just as hot. Ah, good point, Lonnie. Good point. It's probably the soil. Because up in Quartzsite, I mean, it's very rocky, and I think you need the moisture for the soil, right, to generate good soil. So that's probably the difference. Mrs. Brown is a guy dressed in old lady clothes. Okay. It reminds me of Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm scrolling it here. BritBox. All right, that's my rabbit hole for later today. Oh, definitely adult content. Okay. I won't play it here then. The one where Mrs. B rode the Christmas tree. Yeah, and I know there were issues with irrigation in California. Hopefully, they got that resolved. There were a lot of farmers that were restricted on water irrigation coming from north, I think. I didn't follow it real closely, but that's a critical part of farming in California is the irrigation. There's Fairy Dust, Weep the Wild Winds. I'm watching on my phone. She says, "Good morning." Good morning, Brene. Hope you're doing well. Oh, great. Be prepared for a sore gut from laughing so hard. Okay. All right. That sounds good to me. Laughing is good for us, right? That's what they say. You're supposed to laugh. All right. What else is going on here? Oh, yeah. I got a new game camera. In fact, one of our neighbors, Karen, across the road there, is a friend of ours, and she wanted some help setting up her game camera, and so she researched one and bought it, and I went over and we set it up, and we set it up next to her water pan there where she puts water in for the critters, and then I liked it so much that I bought one for us and put it by our water hole. And the nice thing about it is that it has Bluetooth capability. So typically, with the earlier versions of game cameras, you had to pull the card out, bring the SD card inside, and then look at the images and then save them if you wanted to, or delete them. Well, with the Bluetooth on this new one, you can download it straight to your phone. And I like that. So I can walk out there in the morning when we're walking Lucas around, and I can check and see what stopped in the night before. And let me show you a couple images here. This is a kit fox that stopped by. You can see him come in on the left there. Coming in for a drink of water. One more time. This is obviously nighttime, 4:43 in the morning. And then, of course, we have coyotes come in. This one, I think, is a newbie. See, he came in at 6 o'clock this morning on the 29th. And he's trying to figure out the water hole, he or she. It's a little afraid of it. So I think this is a new one. First timer. Here's another one. See, I don't know if it's a male or female, but comes in, is looking at the water hole and says, "What is that?" Comes over and looks at the bucket. Never drinks water from what I can tell, and then takes off. So I don't know. I think it's a new one. I have the game camera and truly enjoy using it at campouts, right? I caught a fox when camping on the coast. Nice, nice. That's what we had there. All right, Floss is saying for a crime drama, Happy Valley and Frost. Happy Valley and Frost. Okay. We watched Frost 3 times. Frost. All right. You've given me some things to watch later today. Oh my gosh. Spray glue, just remembered that one where she had to scoot along the stovetop before setting her butt on fire. Oh boy. Yeah, a game camera can be if you look for a Bluetooth version, so let's say you set up camp and you hear something outside, you can actually get online with this one that I bought off Amazon. It's about $119, probably double the price of a normal game camera. But you can get online live with it and look around outside, at least the direction it's pointed. So I can see some use for that as a security camera too. The Clue one is hysterical. I've been researching body cams for my poop cup duties just in case I have to deal with a crazy, right? And that could happen over there. Now, Roy has a new high level position as the poop cop up there in LTVA South. He watches for stickers to make sure that people aren't dumping their tanks unauthorized. Warehouse 13 is good. The parrot even watched it. Uh-oh. I predict you might binge Mrs. Brown Boys later. I have a feeling based on what I saw, just that 10 seconds I saw. That's funny. A Touch of Frost, is that what it's called? A Touch of Frost. Let's see, what else is on my list? No, 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 no. That's pretty much it. Cost of haircuts I have on my list. So I get my hair cut whenever I have to, when it gets long enough. And I like to get my money's worth. $25 for a haircut. I think that's why when I went in there, the place was empty. I think that Cost Cutters is where I go, and I've gone there for the last 20 years, maybe longer, to the same shop. They do a decent job, and it back then it was like $12 when I first started going there. Well, now a basic haircut is $25. So when I go in there, I get a shortcut and try to get my money's worth. And then I let it grow out until it starts driving me crazy, and then I run back in. So about every 2 months or so, I go in. Girl Cheryl says I may rewatch some this week. Okay, it's a TV series, not a movie. Okay. All right. So A Touch of Frost TV series. Q is good too. $25 is cheap, Crafty Traveler says. Wow, for a man's haircut, that's cheap. I guess I'm cheap. I busted 2 campers Saturday trying to dump. They weren't very happy that they had to take their crap elsewhere, Roy says. Well, you got to pay your way, right? If you want to dump your tanks, you got to pay for the privilege. Stephen Sherrill, try to find the the full episodes on YouTube if you can. Okay. Not the clips, but the full episodes. Many of the cast members are family and close friends. All right. Well, yeah, we're enjoying the weather's cooling off now. No more hundreds. Monsoon is over, so it should start drying out. We get cool mornings, so we can open the house up. I think fall and spring are my 2 favorite parts of the year. And fall is nice because you get some relief from the heat, and we really like that. I was going to Supercuts and it was $30 with a senior discount, but I found a lady in Willits that charges me 25. I keep my hair short too. And, I've seen, a lot of women around here are growing their hair longer, even older women, and I wonder if it's because of the cost of the getting a haircut now. What do you guys think? Because that's a lot of money. Oh my gosh, I even had to deal with a very proud 80-year-old man wearing nothing but a thong. We now call him Thong Man. So he was over in that special area there in La Posa South. I heard the daughter's actually his wife. Okay. Oh, yikes. I can't get a trim for less than around $60. Woo. That's pretty expensive. I guess I shouldn't complain about 25. Yeah, my goodness, Roy, right? Roy has fun with that. And he gets some benefit out of that. I think he gets comped their camping fee and works what, 2 or 3 days a week. That's a pretty good deal. No, he's camped right down from the dump station on the main road in a white semi. Oh, okay. White semi. Hmm. The Thong Man. Yeah, I know. Just shave your head, right? I don't know. I don't think I want a shaved head. I get my hair cut for $24 Canadian with a senior's discount. That's Ivan, something I should ask for because they won't give discounts unless you ask for them, right? Maybe I should be asking if they have a senior discount. For color and a few foils is around $150, Janice says. Yikes. Boss says I complain about paying $20. Yeah, it used to be $20 here, and it's got to be. At what point does it become bad for business? I think it's already there for cost cutters because I used to go in there and I had to wait, for a chair to get my hair cut. Now it's pretty much walk in, and of course the employees can't say too much. They can't talk crap about their employer, right? But I did have one person comment, um, oh, probably a year ago, that she thought that the prices were going too high and taking away their business. And I think that's happening. At some point, they've got to pay the bills, right? The business has got to be able to pay their employees and pay the bills, pay their overhead. But at some point, you lose customers, and you're not going to be able to pay anything if it's too expensive. 2 days a week for my sticker and $600 at the end of the season. Very nice. Can't beat that with a stick. I miss the $3 haircuts. Yeah. And oh, yeah, down across the border there. When I was younger and colored my hair, I did it myself. My mom was a beautician and taught me. Very nice. That's the way to go. My sister Tanya was a beautician for many years, and she used to cut the family's hair, and she would cut mine whenever she was in the area. Back when I was young, I got a $300 hairstyle once that looked like Mo from the Three Stooges. Oh, a bowl cut, huh? Hey, there you go. Yeah, if you had one of those chest mount uh, body cams, the Poop Cop Chronicles. That would be interesting. You have to be careful with that, though. The BLM might have an issue with that. Yeah, dump net, right? That's funny. My girlfriend usually cuts my hair. Her mom got sick and passed away, and I didn't want to bother her. Yeah. I know if I asked Oki to give me a buzz cut, she would do it, but that's okay. So long as I can scrape up the $25 plus a tip, I'll keep doing it. That would be funny. Mm. Yeah, you'd have to be careful how to do that because people don't like being shown how stupid they are. First poop cop and Q, right? Yeah, I remember the times that we went to the dump station there in La Posa South, boy, they would eyeball you. In fact, I had one guy run out and give me crap about where my sticker was on our RV. And I said, "Well, you guys put it up there, so don't complain." Because he said, "Well, it should be on the back window, not the middle window." And I'm like, "Well, you guys put it on there, so I had nothing to do with it." When you go into La Posa South there in Quartzsite and you pay your fee, um, the one of the guys comes out and puts the sticker on one of your windows on your rig, and that's so when you pull up to the dump station, the sticker is on the correct side. So it's usually on the passenger side of the vehicle, and so the poop cop sitting in the vehicle can see your sticker and then also see the dates on there. And so sometimes they'll run up and double check. I guess a pair of binoculars would, or a spotting scope would come in handy, Roy, if you have one of those. All right, we're coming up on 58 minutes. I think I've got a nice list of things to. Oh, yeah, we bought a dehydrator too. You guys, when you go out and you buy jerky, which I love buying jerky, jerky prices have gone up. The cheapest place I found them is Costco, but you can only get like 12 ounces and it costs you $15 for 12 ounces of jerky. So I went and bought a dehydrator and we did our first beef jerky. This is round steak. And we did uh, a dehydrator off of Amazon, which has racks in it. Now we had the old fashioned round one that we used for years, but we bought this Kasori dehydrator, which comes with recipes, and we tried this garlic soy jerky. So you prep it, you let it soak, and then it takes 6 hours to dehydrate. And so the mix for the sauce, which you soak it in, is soy sauce, Worcestershire, garlic powder, light brown sugar, and salt. And so we left it overnight, and then 6 hours in the morning, dehydrated it, and now we have this, and it tastes really good. Doesn't have any preservatives in it, so we have to keep it in the fridge, but I think I'm going to like this. And it should pay for itself eventually, not having to buy jerky at the store. Okay, thanks, Crafty Traveler. You have a great day. Okay, we all have binoculars to check campers at the water and dumpsters. Oh, okay. So we have binoculars there in Quartzsite. So you can't get away with anything with the poop cops around. Oh, no, it's good. It is chewable, but you pop it in your mouth and And yeah, it looks like leather, but it's really tasteful and it's protein. It has good protein. And so I'm trying to do more protein. And I find when I eat this, I don't get hungry. I don't want to get into the chips or the snacks as much when I eat protein. So I think he's going to be there all summer. Okay, April till April 15th. Good deal. All right, so let's wrap this up. Thanks everybody for being here. I'll play a couple of outro videos on the way out. I appreciate your support very much, and we'll see you next time.
Wake up to a brand new day. Smile at the sun's warm ray. Greet the world with open arms. Spread good vibes and charms. Kind words change the scene. Make life feel like a dream. Help someone who's in need. Plant a little kindness seed. Shine bright like a star. No matter where you are, kindness takes you far. Light up the world. Together we can make it. Love's the way to fake it. Leave a little joy behind in every heart you'll find. No need for heavy words. Be like chirping birds. Simple acts can heal. Make every moment real. Shine bright like a star. No matter where you are, kindness takes you far. Light up the world. No need for heavy words. Be like chirping birds. Simple acts can heal. Make every moment real. Shine bright like a star. No matter where you are, kindness takes you far. Light up the world. Light up the world.
To all my members out there, you lift me up so high. The support you give me makes me touch the sky. In every lonely moment, when shadows start to fall, your love shines like a beacon again, I hear your heartfelt call. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. In the desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. Desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your